When most people think of Chainsaw Man, they think of chaos, blood, devils, shock value, and sudden character deaths. But beneath all that noise, Tatsuki Fujimoto is actually retelling a story thousands of years older than the manga itself. It's The Country Mouse and the Town Mouse, an Aesop fable about a simple mouse who visits the city, tastes luxury, and realizes the danger that comes with it. He returns home, declaring that peace is worth more than comfort. Fujimoto doesn't just reference this fable, he builds the entire emotional spine of Chainsaw Man around it. The reference appears early in part 1, during Makima and Denji's conversation on the train, where she explains the story. The country mouse lives simply but safely, while the city mouse enjoys luxury but faces constant danger. She uses this to ask Denji what kind of life he wants, something modest and safe, or thrilling and dangerous. The question doesn't just hang in the air, it foreshadows Denji's entire arc. From the rough, but emotionally real countryside of poverty alongside Pochita to the glamorous, manipulative, deadly world under Makima's control. As the story rolls on, Denji keeps struggling between a desire for normalcy and the chaotic life he's been pulled into. This is the lens we'll use today, how Chainsaw Man turns the country mouse archetype into a brutal examination of trauma, exploitation, fleeting happiness, and the truth at the core of Denji's journey. In a violent world, the simple moments matter the most, and they never last. Denji is the country mouse who can't go home. In the original fable, the country mouse lives simply, no luxuries, but no danger either. Denji mirrors that, symbolically rather than literally. He didn't grow up on a farm, but in the gutters, with a tiny, stripped-down life. One friend, one goal, survive another day, and the dream as small as toast with jam. His childhood isn't happy, but is straightforward. He knows nothing of manipulation, romance, ambition, or society. Then, public safety arrives. The story's city. And suddenly, he's surrounded by luxuries he's never imagined. Warm meals, a bed, a job with status, and attention from a beautiful, mysterious superior. It's the same feast that the town mouse flaunts. And just like in the fable, danger interrupts the luxury. The country mouse realizes city life isn't worth the fear. Denji learns this too, but with a twist. The original mouse can just go home, but Denji can't. Pochita is gone, his father is gone, his home is gone. The countryside he came from has been erased. The fable assumes you have a choice. Fujimoto's story begins by taking that choice away. This becomes even clearer when we look at Makima. In the fable, the town mouse is a well-meaning host, naive about danger. Makima is not naive. She is the perfected, weaponized town mouse. Luxury with teeth. She offers Denji everything he's ever wanted. Food, affection, structure, praise, a place in society. But every bit of kindness is bait. Where the town mouse is careless, Makima is calculated. Where he misjudges danger, she engineers it. Hospitality becomes control, luxury becomes a leash, and Denji becomes a dog. And yet, the closest Denji ever gets to something like the fable's peaceful countryside isn't his childhood, and it isn't public safety. It's the tiny makeshift family he builds with Aki and Power. Those cozy apartment scenes, bickering, grocery runs, chores, dumb arguments, are the beating heart of Chainsaw Man. They are the simple, danger-free moments that the fable celebrates. A life without luxury, but filled with warmth. That becomes Denji's true countryside. And Fujimoto destroys it, not out of cruelty, but because that destruction is part of the story's subversion. In the Aesop, peace is the reward. In Chainsaw Man, peace is a temporary illusion. The simple moments matter because they can't last. Fujimoto wants us to feel that loss, to mourn those mundane things just as Denji does. Reze brings this idea into even sharper focus. If Denji is the naive country mouse dragged into the city, Reze is the secret weapon who wishes she could be a country mouse. Her dream is pure simplicity. A small cafe, a quiet escape, a life without devils or orders. When she and Denji imagine running away, they're imagining the fable's countryside, freedom from violence. But unlike the fable, they never get there. The city, the world of devils, war, and systems, chases her down. The dream dies. Reze's story reinforces Fujimoto's worldview. In a violent world, peace isn't a place, it's a moment, and moments can be stolen. And this is where Fujimoto fully breaks from the Aesop. The fable teaches a simple moral. It's better to live simply in safety than lavishly in danger. But Chainsaw Man rejects this entirely. In Fujimoto's world, safety doesn't exist. The simple life is temporary. Luxury is a weapon. Home is something you can't go back to because it's already been destroyed. The system pulls you into danger whether you choose it or not. The Aesop assumes you have a choice. Fujimoto shows that that choice is a privilege. Denji doesn't get to retreat. Reze doesn't get to escape. Aki and Power don't get to keep their fragile happiness. It's a world designed to take. Violence isn't the opposite of peace. Violence erases peace. Which brings us back to the emotional core of the story. In Chainsaw Man, the simple moments matter because they're doomed. They're meaningful because they're fleeting. They are precious because the world tries to destroy them. Fujimoto's harsh honesty becomes strangely hopeful. Remember to value the small moments because they're what keeps you human. For Denji, that means breakfast with Aki and Power. For Reze, it's a small conversation in a school hallway. These aren't victories, they're tiny acts of defiance against the violent world. Chainsaw Man doesn't give us the Aesop's comforting moral. It gives us something harder, but truer. You can't always escape the violence around you, but the peaceful moments you carve out still matter, even if they don't last. Especially if they don't last. Chainsaw Man reminds us that the smallest moments can mean everything. And if you want more videos like this, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, thanks for watching.